everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Rams going up against the Saints. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints. On first down, it's Taylor, and his first pass is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Terrence Newman making the tackle. The defense here for the Rams.
Corey Graham has everything you're looking for in a safety. The ability to come up and tackle, as well as play the deep zones.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They go play action with Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
When it comes to Elvis Dumervil, just throw your tape measure right out. He fits none of the qualities that you're looking for in terms of height, weight, speed. But he gets to the quarterback and puts him on his back.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. It's caught by Crabtree. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game. That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Get ready.
On 2nd down, Palmer. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
Out of the gun, Palmer. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cameron Brate, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Taylor. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Brian Robinson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Yeah, this one's high, but not very far. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Taylor. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Taylor. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
On 3rd down, Taylor. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go!
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. defense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Get ready. Blue 58. Sally 19. Sally 19.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down following the run. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They run the sneak. Palmer calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Carson Palmer with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Rams add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andre Branch in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Ryan Allen now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Get ready.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Get ready. Blue 58.
Now it's Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. Time to step aside. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Palmer now. He sets to fire deep. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
To throw is Palmer. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Palmer. And Brake has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's got time. escaping the pressure right. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And
he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Now Palmer on 3rd and long, surveying the field. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham, 65 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken very short, and they will start out in great... And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
It's caught inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, They do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now it's Palmer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Latavius Murray, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Come on, let's go!
Now Taylor on first down. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Elvis Dumerville in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On second down, here's Palmer. Under pressure, they got him again. James Harrison in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now Palmer down around his goal line. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Le'Veon Bell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Taylor going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. And here's Sean Sweeza after the touchdown to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's got it at the 15. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
On second down, Palmer finding time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Larry Fitzgerald from 3 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Taylor. He's going to air one out. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
He's got time in the pocket and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now Taylor. This complete to Lockett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Taylor finding Gabriel complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
There we go. Nice play, baby. We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload. Let's go.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Right side, there's Decker. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
To throw again is Taylor. This will be caught at about the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Luke Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Taylor going to throw. And he fires one that's down the numbers. There he goes. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. The 30. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down now after the pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Palmer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, it's Murray. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So a great play there by the defense. If these
draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man.